I just wanted to do another video, this time educational video about vowel combinations. I have a list here that we're going to go through, which includes all the vowels and all the vowel combinations, which is A, E, E, I, E, U, E, Y, E, and some other combinations that are not so, I guess, prevalent, like EI. And we're just gonna go through that. So let's see here. We have um ability. Okay, nothing to really go through here, except there might be a little asterisk above the Y, which means there was supposed to be an S over here, a silent S making Y sound like E. Ability. Absorb is just fine the way it is. Accused, we have a vowel combination here, the U and the E, which is spaced out. So this happens in English a lot. Vowel combinations are spaced between them with another letter, for example, S, but they're still combinations. So that's still says accuse, use. Act is fine the way it is. It has a diacritic. Actual, so we know it's not actual, it's just slang. Actual has another diacritic here. Advantage, so add we know is a prefix. Advantage. And then this age over here is typical in French. Age, the E and the G. Advice, again, another one of those add prefixes. Adopt, agreeable, right there we see the double E. Agreeable, and then ambition, so again there's another diacritic right there. So in English we don't really use these diacritics because there's so much. There are so many diacritics in English that we're gonna have to just spend time writing all of these. Okay, yes, I teach English if that's an issue. Yes, I also teach ESL. Hello. Yes, I can teach English. So over here, ancient. So it's not, like chant really. We have the IE over here. So it's ancient. Ancient. Approach. Now this is weird. This is happening only in English. OA making the O sound. Approach. Approach. This is an equivalent to OE. So instead of putting in OE for approach, that E got replaced with A. Only in English. I don't know why. It's fine with OE, but that's what English did. Arrange. Again, you see this A sound, which means there's a diacritic here. Assist. Nothing specific here. It's fine the way it is. Attitude. Attitude. We have a vowel combination. U-E again, with a space in between. Attract. There's a diacritic here. Attract. Then we have average. This age, again, happening a lot in French. Average. Avoid. Now, OI is not a vowel combination. A lot of teachers mistake it for a vowel combination. Um, it's just it should be really separated or made into a Y. So I think the I is put there because if we put a Y, it would just make it look weird. So I mean, it would look like this, which in any other language would be fine, but I guess English thought putting a Y over there would be weird. But OI is not a vowel combination. Bold is fine. Border is fine. Hi, how are you? Brief, we have another vowel combination. I-E. E, brief. Brilliant. There's no vowel combination here. Cable. Cable. Now, this has two spaces between it, the A and the E. If there are two spaces, that means A and E are not a vowel combination. So that means A is getting the diacritic, which is helping it make that K sound. K. And then bull. Bull. This E goes between the B and the L. So this E is not related to this A. Cable. No, it's not. It's not a vowel combination. We're just going brilliant. We're pronouncing the I, we're pronouncing the A. Brilliant. And over here, captor. Captor. UE. Again, a lot of UE happening with a space in between it. Yes, brilliant. But we say brilliant because that's how we shorten words in English. Yes. So UE again, making the sound. Captor. Careless again. AE. AE. With a space in between them. Cause. Now, this AU is a combination, but most of the time it makes the ow sound, as in German. So really it would be cows, but only in English this has been meant to make the AW sound. The AU just makes an AW sound. Certain, nothing specific here except this AI making the A sound. Certain. Certain. This is a vowel combination replacing AE. So instead of being an AE, it's an AI. Chill, nothing over there. Clever, nothing over there. Climate, climate. AE. Climate. So if we read the full word, it would be climate. Again, with a space in between it. There are instances where there is no space between A and E, but it's very rare in English. Cling, nothing special. Coast, again, we're seeing that OA. The OA, making the O sound, which means it's replacing OE, the vowel combination. Compare. Confess, nothing special. Consider, nothing special. Construct, nothing in there. Contain. AI. Does anyone remember the AI? What is the replacement for AI? A-E. Yep. Instead of A-E, it's A-I. Continent, nothing special. Contrast. Convince. Coward. So here you see the O-W, making that A-U sound. Only in English. So a lot of these are transitions from our vowel combinations. Credit, nothing special. Crew, anyone know what EW actually stands for? Which vowel combination is EW? Which vowel combination is EW? UE. So it's supposed to be a UE. English transitioned it to EW. Crumple, nothing here except this E is supposed to be between P and L. Culture. Now we say chur, but that's just slang. It's culture. Culture. So UE. Again, so many UEs with a space. Custom. There's a diacritic here making the O sound like a. Custom. Tum. Dangle. Again, this E is supposed to be between the G and the L. Decay. Decay. A-Y. Anyone know what the A-Y is? So our vowel combinations are A-E, E-E, I-E, U-E, Y-E. Decay. A. A-E. A-Y is a transition from A-E. Only in English. Deed. This is very easy. E-E right there, and it's next to each other. No space. No space. Defend. Nothing special over there. Delicate. A-E. Describe. Now, this is weird because we have a space between I-E, but it's making the I sound, not the E sound. It's not describe. So what's going on here? This E is supposed to be before this I. It jumped 2 spaces, and that's how it makes the I sound. Now, where do we get that? Where do we get the EI? That's from German. And in German, EI is always next to each other, so they don't have to worry about figuring out how to read describe. Details. Details. Develop. Nothing here, just a diacritic for the O to make the sound. Device. Same thing with describe. It's making the I sound. And it's supposed to come before I. So these are the vowel combinations that we need to know in order to read English. Digest, nothing here, vowel-wise, diagram. Disappointed, again, there's the O-I, disappointed, which is not a vowel combination. It's just a replacement for O-Y. Disease. Okay, so we have 2 things to look at here. We have the EA. Okay, there's one E here, and there's another E over here. Now, why do we need this E? So, if we were to pronounce this in proper British, this would be disease. Disease. A. Disease. And we know that because we have this E right here. And there's a space between the A and the E, and we know AE makes the A sound. Disease. So, one time they just misplaced it. One time they put a space between it. That's how hard it is. Sometimes it's misplaced, sometimes there's a space. And sometimes, like deed, they're right next to each other and we don't have a problem reading it. Distant, division, doze, the OE. OE is fine, there's just space between it. Drift, effect, elect, elegant, enable. So we have the diacritic. This E has nothing to do with this A. It's only to come between B and L. Endangered, event, examine. We have a prefix here. Examine. So we're doing vowel combinations, which is OE, AE, EE, IE, and YE. Here we have a diacritic, example. And this E, why do we have this E? To make the sound, example. Experience, you could say it's right there, IE, vowel combination. But it's coming more as like separate, like it's coming reens instead of reens. Experience. So, it's not really coming as a vowel combination here, but we're underlining it. So, explore, another prefix, and then OE. Our vowel combination with a space between it. Fan, there's nothing in it, just a diacritic making the A sound. Fatal. A and then A. Fierce, now this is a vowel combination, IE. We hear that R a lot. Fierce. Which is kind of making it stand out more. And then we have flexible. Nothing except this E. It's supposed to be here. Flutter. Now, why do we have this double T? Why do we have a double T? We know there's a space between U and E. We're seeing U and E right now. But why is there another T? Because UE makes the OO sound, we need another T to space out the U and the E. So now U is not a combination with E, it just makes the sound. Flutter. If we were to write it like this, that would only leave one space. And it would make it a vowel combination, fluter. Fortunate. So let's locate this AE first. Fortunate. Which is in slang fortunate. Frail, right there, AE. Furious. This is a Greek vowel combination, which is pronounced the same as UE. So furious, it would actually be the pronunciation according to Greek. We did borrow that from Greek, the OU. So according to them, it would be pronounced as furious. But again, we're trying to sound English and not Greek, so we're pronouncing it as furious. So OU is a transition for UE. Gasp, nothing happening here. Gather, nothing happening here. Gist, glide again. We're seeing the E and the I that are not only misplaced, they're also spaced. So EI. Okay, there are so many words, we can go over. We already did 2.5 columns of this page, and there's a back with so much more vowel combinations. I just wanted to go over this because a lot of people are confused over reading English, and they don't know why certain words are pronounced a certain way. And it's because of these vowel combinations that do not exist in, for example, Spanish. There is no, like, UE. UE is separate from each other. There is no AE. Vowels never come together to make a new sound, but in English, they do, and it even gets more hard because sometimes those vowels are transitioned into different combinations, and we got to learn those as well. So, for example, a transition for AE would be AI, and that's something else, someone who's learning English would have to learn. But this is it, and I could send this to you if you like, with all the notes I took, and just remember these vowel combinations. Very important. That's how English is read. Okay, thank you, and have a nice day.